This video demonstrates how to use the Shape tool in Sketchpad 5.1. The Shape tool will be the image icon next to the pencil or the second one on the menu of tools here. It could be the star. You might see some other shape there, but just always know it's the second choice on this row here. So I'm going to click on that star. Under it, another menu appears. If you click on the triangle, you'll see other options for shapes you can use. Once you choose a shape, so let's choose, I'll just stay, we'll do the starburst. Fill here means the color that's inside the shape. So whatever you choose to do, that's the color inside the shape. And you can see once you click a choice, it previews what that inside of the shape will look like. So you can see the preview screen. Outline is the color outside the shape, so the outline of the shape. So if I want this outline of the shape to be black, then I choose that. If I want the outline of the shape to be something else, I can choose that. And again, you get a preview of how that looks. You can see the outline of each of those. All right, so I'm going to choose this orange. I'm going to choose, I can choose a pattern. Down here, as you can see, how many sides does this shape have? In this case, the starburst has several sides, so if I want to increase that, so let me do the initial one. This is the first one. So you can see how the starburst looks, and I can scroll to make it larger. It has 6 parts to it. Down here where it says sides, S-I-D-E-S, I can move that on the line and increase the number of parts it has to it, and you can see the preview image that shows you how it's going to look. So when I click on my mouse and I hold down the mouse, I can enlarge that shape to make it the size I want. I'm going to reduce those. I don't need that many. Slope, you can see what that does. See the effect that in the preview screen, how it makes the changes the shape in different ways. You can choose how you want that to work. Cutout actually makes a cutout in the middle of the shape. So here you can see how that is looking. So when you print it, when you put it on the screen, you'll have a hole in the middle of the shape that's a certain shape. So I'm going to change the shape to something else. Let's do square, something simple. I'm going to change the fill color to a simple color this time, blue. And the outline color, I'm going to just do black. So the color around the shape, I'm going to do black. So here's my blue square. Simple enough. And I'm turning it by pressing down my mouse key. That's allowing me to turn it. Now, when I clicked on the square, my choices changed down here. So now it has roundness. And keep your eyes on this area down here, because whenever you change the shape, the options you have could change, because you notice the burst allow me to change how many of these sides I have or points I have on it. The square doesn't allow that, but it does allow me to change the roundness of it. That means the corners here, if I don't want the corners to be pointed, I could have them curved. See? That's the roundness. And the cutout, I can use that feature also. You can preview what happens there with the cutout. You can see that. So this time, if I draw my square, you can see it has a cutout in the middle of it. That feels that I control the amount of the cutout here. You can see that number, the percentage number going up. So I can change the fill so you can see another effect for it. Let's do the radial. Let's do this. So now when I still have the cutout on it, but you can see how that looks. Take the cutout off, take it back down to 0, so there's no cutout. You can see that there's no cutout. That's just how it looks filled in with that radial pattern. Change the roundness of it. This time I can make it so round that it's a circle, or take it back down to 0 so that the shape has the sharp corners. Again, you choose what shapes you want to use. Do the heart. Fill. Let's choose a pattern. I did that red outline. So you see, I'm filling the heart. Now, the heart does not give me the option of choosing a cutout. So that's why I said make sure you pay attention to this area down here, because it will give you options sometimes, depends on what the shape is. You also have this area, which you might have seen in other tools. You can play around with this. It just gives you different color and light effects to your work. See how that does? Right. So it just gives you different color and light effects in this area down here. So that is how you use the shape tool in Sketchpad 5.1.